Curious to see what happens during the control test.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But we'll have to wait.
We'll have to wait.
It's been 48 hours, and this little reader right here is still reading that there are VOCs. 0.4.
Interesting.
The top one is saying 0.1.
We got green here,
We got
people.
green, so I think we're gonna call it at this point, 48 hours in, and go ahead and start the next test.
Yeah.
Well,
But first let's demold what we made. Let's demold our coasters.
I mean, it's not like the point of the video, but like,
If you're not interested in our coasters, you can skip ahead.
if you don't care about art, you can skip forward.
Yes. Spacey.
You know what's interesting?
What?
If you ever use a silicone mold for concrete and then go back to resin, it's not nearly as shiny. It's a very matte surface.
Let's get on with it though. Who cares? This is not, like, people don't care about the art apparently. Well, unless they're watching, in which case we love you.
Don't make assumptions. This one also is very just, maybe black wasn't the best when it comes to like,
They're kind of meh. They're kind of meh.
well, you live and you
Anyways.
learn. Sometimes you have to learn multiple times.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be using them again for consistency, so I guess we'll have a full set of dusty looking resin coasters.
Please don't be ugly. Please don't be ugly. Please. Please. Oh my God!
Block Blast Puzzle Games. Play now.
It's gonna be interesting.
Can't wait for the data.
Data.
I'm gonna resist the urge to stay out here and continue to look at this screen. And we'll report back to you soon. You guys, I messed up. I came out here to collect the data from the VOC device that's been running for 48 hours. It's time to move on and see what the results are. I notice right here, oh wow, it's still 6.8. That's really high. That's like really bad. And I'm like, okay, time to get the data out. And I go in here and I turn this to the side. And then I'm like, okay, let's get the chip out. Let's just take the, where's the chip? I think I know where the chip is. Can you take that out?
You didn't put the card in to capture the data? That's the card that was supposed to capture the data? Cool, 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 cool. Well, hey, we have data in the time lapse. Do you want to go through hundreds of photos? Or do you want to do this experiment again? We have two options.
I'll look through the data in the time lapse and see what I can get.
Okay.
So instead of being a normal person and just arrowing through the footage, writing things down, which would have been reasonable, very simple, very easy,
That was my idea.
I decided to install Python, install Tesseract optical character recognition, and code a program that would use FFmpeg to extract every second frame of the time lapse and then run it through an optical character recognition, pull all of that into a CSV file that would be then imported into Excel.
And how was that for you?
It was frustrating, yet in the end, good enough.
So
It worked.
we have some data.
We have some data, but can I take a break from that data and do you want to demold these?
I would love to. Let's see how our coasters turned out.
Yeah.
Ooh. We went for a like gray and white look this time. Hopefully the matte finish on these molds will work with that.
Fine.
They're fine. They're fine.
They're
you know,
fine.
You know what I'm more excited about?
The data?
The data.
Oh, yeah. Okay, look at this data. The red down below is the TVOCs with the filter running, and you can see that it stayed consistently low.
Yes. What's that other data?
The blue is without the filter. It went up to 10 and it stayed there. When I was out here, it was basically at 8 almost the whole time. Like even now after opening it multiple times, it only dropped to 6. There's a lot of like noise in the optical character recognition program that I ran, but it basically spikes up to 10 and goes down. Now, this data is conclusive that this filter does filter out VOCs. And of course it works when it's in a tiny enclosed container. That's the bigger question is, how does it work in a 1,000 cubic foot room? You'd have to do tests after tests, and it depends on, there's so many variables. I think the main thing that we can say is that this does filter VOCs, and it does reduce the amount of VOCs in the air.
What was the cost of this?
I paid less because it was on Kickstarter. It's $180.
Okay.
Which is expensive.
But like air filters are kind of expensive. I don't think it's bad. I also don't think it's 100% necessary. I feel like we can give this
7.5?
7.5.
7.5. All right. This was such a
big
much
one.
longer and more intense test than I would have thought.
How you feeling? You need a snack break?
Coding is hard.
Yeah.
I should have just
Written
counted
it down.
manually.
Yeah. Wow. I wish I could have a website like that for my business.
Oh, but you can.
Who are you?
I'm an opportunity. I only ask 50% of all of your income forever. This is a one time in a life.
Yeah, that's a no.
We can figure something out.
I don't think so.
40%.
1%.
25%, and I get to name the mascot.
1% and no mascot.
20%, and we already have a mascot. His name is Poe.
1% and Poe is off the table.
8%, or you'll never get a good website.
Not true. Just use Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. Whatever your idea is, you can find a fitting template that's professional and easy to use. You can even use their cutting-edge design intelligence tools to make a fully custom website in just a few steps.
To be honest, I was banking on you not knowing about Squarespace.
Sell products or courses, offer member-gated content, share videos, Squarespace has you covered. You can even buy your domain name, invoice clients, set up email campaigns, and access easy financing through Squarespace Capital.
Whoa, you can now go to squarespace.com/EvanandCaitlin and get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
What about 11% off, and you get to keep custody of Poe?
Squarespace sounds awesome. I'm gonna get started today.
Come on, Poe, let's go home.
I'm not a pawn in your game. I have feelings, man.
I took the cutest photos at my company Christmas party, and I'm not gonna lie, normally I would take quite a while tweaking them. This time I opened up CapCut's photo editor. I adjusted the colors, I tweaked the filters, I cleaned up the background all in just a few taps. The results felt much more clean and cohesive. Then I saved it and posted it. If you want your photos ready for your feed with not much time involved, this is the move. If you want to give it a try, you can download CapCut and see how quick it feels.
Feelings, man.
Let's say that you are making a nice little like resin pour and everything turns out beautifully clear.
Okay.
But then you realize, oh no, I need to drill a hole in this nice crystal I just made.
The hole will look not clear.
Yes,
Because it
exactly.
gets scuffed up from the drill.
Yeah. And then like if you want to make it clear again, you need to like pour more resin in there somehow.
And then what if you fill up your hole?
What if there was a better way, Caitlin?
Okay.
Look at this. Hole maker. This is a silicone little stem with a suction cup.
Oh, you do it earlier.
Yes.
You put the hole in the mold.
Yes, look at this.
Oh. Oh my God, that's so cute. That's so cute. Oh,
Wow, so cute.
that's cool.
And then all of a sudden, you have a hole here
For like jewelry
for
making
jewelry
and stuff?
making. Yes.
That's so cool.
How impressed are you, Caitlin?
Very impressed.
Let's see how well these actually work.
They're on there pretty good.
Yeah, they're on there pretty good.
Niddly.
Well, that one's dusty now.
That's fine. So you had picked out these molds, so I picked out these.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Technically, they do have a flat bottom because that is a constraint of these little suctions. So like,
Yeah, there.
okay.
Oh, you're going for a big one.
Right?
Might as well, right?
Might as well. Let's do cotton candy.
What color is cotton candy? Red?
I'm guessing pink, and then lavender and amber. I'm going for sunset.
Do you want syringes to inject it in precisely?
Nah,
Okay.
I think I can get it pretty precise.
This is the first time I'm hearing you reject precision.
No, I'm just saying I am naturally precise.
Okay. Tell me about your approach.
I'm gonna do a gradient.
You're sure you have
I
a-
knocked over the stick.
Oh no! Oh, failure already.
Wow.
Oh no.
It's slippery.
Okay, just one little misadventure.
It's totally fine.
Very nice sunset, baby.
It's sunset adjacent.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
Okay, you doubted my precision. Let's see how we do. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at how wrong I was, baby.
The doingle's a little bit in the way.
Well, that's because there's static electricity. That's what I was thinking, that it might be better to use syringes and inject it directly in the bottom. But I can tell I was wrong because of how precise you are.
I just didn't feel like it.
Look at that cute little heart. Nice.
I'm happy with this.
Looks great, baby. Why is this covered?
Something happened while they were curing.
It detached?
One fell. One.
Maybe there's a learning curve on this.
I think there might be a learning curve. I think like it was probably user error, and 2 of the 3 worked.
Yeah, so can we salvage it? Okay, that's good. At least like we could get it out.
Yeah, I mean, you could like sand that or do an overcoat.
It just has a unique feature now.
Yeah, look at that. It's a feature. Show me the results. Pop that boy out. Yeah.
Okay, oh yeah, are you ready?
Oh,
That's a perfect little hole.
oh my gosh, look at that. Give that little rotation back and forth. Look at
Look at that. That one worked great, honestly. Let's see if this one's as easy to pull out. Are you ready?
Ready.
Oh no. Resin got under it.
Whoa.
The hole did not connect.
Just push on it, see if it'll pop out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, hoo, hoo,
Yeah.
hoo. Okay.
Oh, that looks
That's
great.
good to know. No.
Hey,
Did I center it? No. That's just another user error.
look at that. Oh, wow. Yo, hello.
I am naturally precise.
Maybe I centered it, but maybe it slid around because
Oh,
the resin
yeah.
got under it.
Well, now let's see how much easier they are than drilling. Look at that nice hole.
Very
now, if you have
nice.
to drill it, let's see what that's like.
What? Looks okay.
It's not as much of a difference as I would have thought. I mean, from the side profile, you can see that it has like more of a white line. I mean, it's different colors too.
Yeah, I don't really see the,
Improvement much?
no. So what we're looking for is,
Clarity.
does the hole using the 2 molds disappear more because it's clearer compared to the one with the drill bit, which has a rough edge?
I think on the small side, it's not noticeable enough.
It's not super noticeable.
Let's see the bigger one though. That's really clean.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Um,
Now with this one, I do think the drilled one is more noticeable.
it is.
But is it that much more noticeable?
I was so excited about this one. I was
so
like,
excited about
this is- These are neat.
You know, a lot of my judgment on this might come down to the price.
$20?
Okay.
I was thinking 6.
That's a little bit high.
Like in terms of materials.
Yeah, in terms of the material, this costs like
Nothing. These are just injection molded silicone.
Yeah.
There's a seam line right there.
It seems much more expensive.
I can give it like 5.
I was thinking a 5.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
No.
It's also not super necessary. It is kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
Woo, we've got new merch at shopevanandcaitlin.com.
Caitlin designed this Words Are Hard cross-stitch design that you can get on tees and hoodies.
We've also got this 90s retro science adjacent design on tees and hoodies.
Plus, Caitlin's been making designs based on your comments about stuff we've said in videos.
We've got
I don't want solutions, I just want to be upset.
on tees and hoodies, and
Art is struggle, and I am struggling.
also on tees and hoodies. Plus, we just launched cute women's baby tees with some of our most popular designs.
Check out all of this and more, including our fidget blade box openers at shopevanandcaitlin.com.
shopevanandcaitlin.com. Woo!
Do you remember how many resin mixers we've tried on this channel? I'll press the AI button. Oh my gosh. I am very doubtful.
3?
5. And how well did they work?
Some were okay, some were bad.
And have we ever used any of them?
No.
Maybe this is gonna be the chance. This looks like it's a custom-made solution made for mixing resin. Maybe this is the one, Caitlin. Right? Get a height. Come on. I can tell that you are not dubious at all.
Oh, well, you know, we've just had so many experiences. I'm hopeful.
Hopeful? Let's put it to the test. Now, normally you would have to mix this resin for 2 minutes at this point, but who has the hand strength for that?
Yeah.
Oh, my hands are feeling so weak. Oh, well, good thing we have this machine.
Yeah.
And to help illustrate the turning, I'll add some emerald alcohol ink in. There you go.
You close it back up with the green ink on it?
Yeah, the blades are replaceable.
So I'm curious to
Let's
see
insert
how
this.
well integrated the parts become mixed, how long it takes, and if there's bubbles.
All right,
Well, baby, we have so much free time
I
now.
know, we could, my default would be to scroll on my phone, but that's not good. Don't do that. Play some games with your friends. Ready?
This type of game? This is such a fun game.
You know, one thing that this isn't doing is it's not scraping the sides.
No. You know, every time we test a mixer, my thought is like, mixing by hand really isn't that hard for small amounts. Now, if you have like a bucket you have to mix up, you do need something like this.
That is the only way. For like 16 ounces, I'm not sure this is necessary.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessary.
Wouldn't it be good if you could like replace the plastic bit?
Oh, like if it got too nasty?
Yeah. Well, let's check to see how well it's stirred. But maybe it does it with no bubbles.
But that seems like more of a hassle than just mixing up your own resin. I don't know. Not to be a hater.
As she hates.
Okay.
Okay, let's temporarily set this. Oh, there's so many bubbles in there.
It's a lot of bubbles, but like
It's
I
all
can't.
bubbles.
There's a lot of bubbles when you stir by hand too.
Oh, that's a lot of bubbles, baby. Oh boy.
It does seem like more than by hand. Now, we are gonna do a control test just to compare.
Come on. Yep, that is a lot of bubbles. There are other mixers that we've tested that did way better than this.
There have been past gadgets that did better. The one with the little pill does better, I think.
Like the reason why I chose this again is because I thought like, well, this is custom made
For resin, no.
for resin.
I totally get the logic. Do you want to see how easy it is to clean it off?
Yeah, I love reusable resin things. I love it. Every time we test it, I'm like, wow, reusable resin things. They're so good. Here's the thing about resin. It's just wet and it stays wet until it cures. And if you get a little bit of unmixed A or B on something,
Oh, then it's never curing.
oh yeah, it's just spreading everywhere. The more I try to clean,
The more it spreads.
Well, let's do the control and see how much effort that saved us.
But how's your wrist feeling?
Sore from all that cleaning. I don't really know what side I'm on here, you know? I guess I shouldn't have a side. I should just go on the facts and the results.
I'll admit, I'm biased to the side.
We need to be unbiased reviewers.
No, we're not a review channel.
There are still bubbles.
It's still bubbles, but it's not like solid bubbles.
Let's see how many bubbles come up.
I mean, logically, it would make sense if it's less bubbles, because it was getting stirred less, you know?
Yeah, but also like the magnet stir almost introduced no bubbles.
That was interesting though, because that one stirred from like the bottom up,
Yeah.
and maybe there's something to that.
So far, it's not looking promising for the auto mixer of the future. At first glance, the resin mixed with the new gadget looks kind of clear.
At first glance, it looks kind of comparable.
But when you look closer, oh,
That is a lot of bubbles still.
it looks frosted.
It's typically not what you want.
And maybe the hand mix one is really bad too. Oh,
Oh my god, no. It's like,
not.
the hand mixed one is so much better. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
The difference is so much more than I thought when it was in the mold still.
Wow.
This was worse than expected.
Look at all of that resin gunk
Yeah.
on the side. Oh, uh-oh. I have unmixed resin on my hand.
Well, I guess even at the high speeds, it doesn't reach the edges.
And if you get a little bit of unmixed A or B,
Oh, then it's never curing.
what do you give it?
Oh,
2? 1 or 2? I mean, technically.
I'm gonna give it a
when
1,
you give it
man.
One.
I don't know. Let's go clean off your hand.
Yeah. Okay, addendum to add to our last rating. Someone once said, if you don't understand why an object exists, or like an accessibility thing exists, it might not be for you. So I was thinking, what if someone has limited hand mobility? They have arthritis, or they're like some other condition that means that stirring is hard for them.
I would still recommend the one with the little pill.
Great. Good.
Block Blast Puzzle Games. Play now.
The big box.
So once we're done with the resin pour, we sometimes have to sand it, which we do not like. Why do we not like it, Caitlin?
It's really bad to breathe. The dust gets everywhere. It like gums things up.
Yeah, what if there's a product that made
Sanding not needed anymore?
No,
Oh.
that made sanding less dusty?
Okay.
This, I found online, resin dust collector.
Oh.
It's basically a tiny downdraft table.
Is it different than a normal downdraft table?
No,
Okay, it's just a downdraft table. Probably more expensive because it's got the word resin attached to it.
maybe. Look at this little filter though. Look at
Yeah.
this little fan that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I am curious if we were
I mean,
like
right?
sanding something tiny.
Look at that, it magnets down. I didn't even know it did that. Look at
Okay.
that though. So we can
Okay.
just like sand all we want on top of here, and then we won't get dust in there.
And it just collects it in here and then we like empty it occasionally.
No, you just buy a new filter.
Oh, it gets caught in the filter.
I mean, this will be good for some things, right?
We'll find out.
One project that involved a lot of sanding was this Minecraft resin glow-in-the-dark pickaxe that we made years ago.
We had to sand every single individual cube.
And then once we put it all together, we had to sand it even more. You know, that created a ton of dust. And would it have been really nice if we had one of these during that process?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So we have a bunch of extra cubes from our pickaxe and we're gonna sand them.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, now in
Now back into safety mode. I don't know why I go slightly T-pose whenever I want you to turn me on.
Just in case I need to access
ready.
anything.
I'm not that ticklish.
I know.
Hey guys, did you know that Caitlin's really ticklish?
No!
Come You're good, you're good, you're good. I'm still just laughing because, like, you're not even that ticklish. You're just super afraid of being tickled.
I am ticklish. I'm also afraid of being tickled because I'm ticklish.
Push it and hold. Oh, there it goes.
I don't think anything's happening.
Turn up.
Oh, it's blowing. Okay, that's max.
Oh, look at all that. Oh, wow, it's getting sucked in. Wow. Can you pause for a second? Let's check the state of the resin cube. Okay.
I sanded it down. No raised edges. You can see a little bit of dust on the machine.
And a little bit right here.
This
from,
leaked
like,
out
that
of
falling
this.
out.
Almost all the dust is just from me sitting down the random Orbit sander or what leaked out the back.
That's pretty good. Let's do a test without. Wow.
Okay, there is a difference. There is more dust that escaped.
Yeah. I'll say provisionally, that's like a pretty good success.
That is a pretty good success. Now, I do think that there's some items that like aren't gonna work with it because of their size.
That's when you buy a bigger version of this.
But no, it worked pretty well,
Yeah.
I think. How much was it?
$39.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad. That's
That's
pretty
not
good.
too bad, especially like if you're someone working in a small space, you don't necessarily have room for like a shot vac or something.
Yeah.
Out of 10,
I give it a 9. Okay, what about this, Galen? Let me see if this changes your rating.
Ah. Okay, that was very clever, and I think you're cute. I will give it a 9.
Yeah!
It doubles as a vacuum! Do I look sad?
Yeah.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The gift of a Lego set clicks. And clicks. And clicks. Lego sets for true gamers. The gift that always clicks.
Take a look at your hands. You ever wondered what it'd be like to wear 10 layers of nail polish? 100? What about 1,000? Well, you don't have to wonder anymore because I did it. I wore 1,000 layers of nail polish for 24 hours, and spoiler alert, it was one of the most frustrating experiences of my life. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Style Theory, the show that nails it every single episode. Speaking of episodes, if you missed it, I made a big announcement over on Game Theory this week that you should probably go watch and check out after you're finished with this episode. It is a doozy, and it's very important for the future of this channel, but trust me, it's gonna be a fun ride. I'll even leave a link in the end card to make it easy for you. Good luck not crying during the last 5 minutes, friends. Anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand, shall we? Nail polish. When it comes to nail polish, I've always been a bit of a newbie, but secretly I've always been jealous about those who get to dip their toes and fingers into the polish game. So in honor of New Year, New Me, there's no better time to crack open a bottle and become the nail-fluencer of my dreams. But of course, because of the special way in which I'm broken, I can't just settle for painting my nails like a normal person. I need to go deeper. I need to show another layer of the story. And that's when it hit me. You might recall back in 2016 when the channel Simply Nailogical, aka Christine, did a challenge on her channel painting over 100 layers of nail polish, which took her over 12 hours of constant painting. The results were as beautiful as they were terrifying. Now, over the years, Christine has returned to one-up the challenge and push the limits of how many layers of nail polish you can realistically wear. She even tried her hands, both literally and figuratively, at a 1,000-layer challenge, but was so horrified by the Freddy Krueger nightmare that she created, she kept the whole thing a secret from her audience for over 6 years. But you know what? If I'm gonna take my own journey to Polish Mountain, I'm gonna need to find a way to take this and make it even more extreme. I need to do something that not even Christine was able to do before. more. I need to take this monstrous creation out into the world to see if this trend can hold up to the labors of real life. And I'm gonna do it with both hands. That being said, if I'm actually gonna be able to do this, I'm gonna need some help. So I asked 2 members of Team Theorist, Josiah and Rachel, to give me a hand. Or rather, I gave them each of my hands. Their job? Get paid to spend the day painting my nails until we reached 1,000 layers of polish. Then I'll rock my new mani as I go about my normal day. I'll take meetings, I'll eat, I'll use the facilities, and to just add a little bit to the drama, we're gonna make it a competition. Josiah versus Rachel. Analytics versus HR. We're gonna be grading their work based on 3 criteria: beauty, livability, and durability. And at the end of the day, we're gonna be crowning one of them Theorist's king or queen of Polish Mountain. Place your bets now, loyal Theorists, because as the team settled in for the long days of painting, I immediately realized that I might have made a mistake in my choice of nail technicians.
I was gonna say, Josiah, how did you get roped into this?
Everybody was coming to me like, oh, Josiah, here you can paint some nails. And of course, I was like, yeah, I can do that for sure.
Who started a rumor that you could paint nails?
I don't know.
I mean, your fingers are very nicely manicured.
Well, thank you. I take pride in that.
How many layers of nail polish have you done in the past?
Under 2.
Under 2.
Happy Color. Color for adults. Install it now.
I was testing CapCut's photo editor the other day and ended up playing around with the AI effects. Look at this. Tell me this isn't cool. It adds these little effects in one tap, and suddenly the photo feels playful without you even doing any real editing. The effects are super quick to try, and you can even switch between tons of styles until something comes up. And once you're already in CapCut's photo editor, there's a whole list of tools sitting under the same entrance. You can fix lighting, tune colors, clean up the background, try different filters, all in one spot. No juggling different apps. If you want to try something creative or just clean up photos faster, download CapCut and explore the editor. There's a lot you can do in just a few seconds.
All right, well, get ready because we got a 999 more to go. How about you, Rachel? What's your nail polish experience?
I have done more than 2
Okay.
layers. I'm a nail biter, so
Yeah.
I always got fake nails.
Fantastic. So on one hand, I have someone who only uses fake nails, and on the other hand, I have Josiah, who lied his way into the salon chair. Already, this was turning out to be a lot more of a challenge than I anticipated. But with my questionable draft picks aside, it was time to get to painting. Lucky for me, the shoot day actually lined up with the longest meeting of the week, a FNAF catch-up with everyone's favorite Brit, game theory creative director Tom.
Welcome to the morning meeting, though I do want to let you know that I'm joined on this call today with Rachel and Josiah. They're going to be painting my nails.
Despite the initial surprise, Tom was a really good sport about the 2 meeting crashers, and we finally got to the good stuff, the painting. Right off the bat, it became clear that our 2 competitors were going to be moving at 2 very different paces. You see, Josiah, he's a very meticulous kind of guy. He focuses on all those little details, which let me tell you, is a great trait to have for someone who manages our analytics. But when it comes to painting nails, yeah, that thoroughness is going to come at the cost of speed. Meanwhile, Rachel, she's a speed demon. Her normal job around the office requires her to focus on efficiency over artistry. She can't be spending all day writing a soliloquy for one email when she might have hundreds more piling up in her inbox. So from the word go, Rachel took off at a lightning pace. I watched in real time as Josiah was left in the dust. Finishing his first perfectly painted nail as Rachel sped past him.
I love that Rachel's already on nail 3 and Josiah just right.
He's trying so hard. But never one to back down from a challenge, Josiah had some wise words to share with the class.
Have you guys ever heard the story of the tortoise and the hare?
No, tell me how it goes, Josiah.
And tell us he did, in long, excruciating detail.
There is a tortoise. He's the slow guy.
Yeah, that does tend to go with the territory, yeah.
And then there's the hare. He's the fast guy. The tortoise just takes his time.
Yep.
He focuses on all the little steps, and he gets to the finish line before the hare.
I'll spare you the rest. But the analogy fits our challengers pretty darn well. We have the tortoise Josiah, slowly and carefully making sure each layer of polish is perfect, and then we have Rachel, the hare, moving at full speed to reach the 1,000-layer goal quickly. I guess we're gonna have to wait until the end of the episode when we tally up the scores to find out which method proves to be the best. But in the meantime, let me know down in the comments, are you Team Tortoise or Team Hare? Go Josiah or rah Rachel? So with our literature lesson out of the way, I was finally able to get get to the task at hand, solving the lore of Glamrock Bonnie, while being glammed up myself. Except there may have been one other small, tiny detail that I might have underestimated: time. In the original challenge, Christine was able to get to 100 layers as fast as possible. She didn't need to worry about building a solid structure that would last all day, meaning she wasn't sitting around waiting for the polish to fully dry in between coats. And even then, it still took her over 8 hours to get through 100 layers. Based on the clips from her unreleased video, her attempts at 1,000 layers looked like they took her days. Note to self, my confidence might have been a little bit over-eager in the initial time estimate. So if I'm planning on wearing these babies out, I need to make sure that the nails are structurally sound in order to get through our entire day of testing. That means waiting the full dry time in between each coat of polish. How long's that, you might ask? Well, for our experiment, we ended up using Sally Henson's Insta Dry Polish because, according to the packaging, it only takes about 60 seconds to fully dry. On average, our hair, Rachel, she was able to paint a layer of polish on each of the 5 fingers in 30 seconds, making her full paint and dry time for one layer 1.5 minutes. On its own, that's a really fast process, so once you start multiplying that by the goal of 1,000 layers, suddenly we're talking about 25 hours of solid painting. No pausing for eating, sleeping, or using the bathroom. And that's just talking about our fast competitor. We'd all be dead in our graves by the time Tortoise Josiah got even halfway up his mountain. This was turning out to be a disaster, so we were left with 2 options. Either call it quits on the episode or come up with a new solution. And we here at Team Theorist, we never know when to quit. So we decided to divide and conquer. Josiah and Rachel each had a week to find a new way to make the episode possible. And me, I was busy trying to figure out the answer to the question that caused all this trouble in the first place. Why the heck does it take so long for nail polish to dry? Looking back now, I realized that I just assumed I knew how nail polish worked, at least at the base coat level. Paint goes on the nail, paint dries, apply more paint. But boy, oh boy, was I wrong. Broadly speaking, your typical nail polish contains 7 different kinds of ingredients. There's a resin that's made to ensure that your polish sticks to your nail bed. Then there are the pigments, which mix together to give the nail polish its unique color. But the main ingredient is actually a film-forming polymer usually made of nitrocellulose. These sorts of polymers are long chains of smaller molecules that combine to form films that you see sitting on top of your nails. It starts out in that liquid-like state, but as your nail polish dries, that soft polymer chain hardens to form a solid film on top of the nail. Speaking of drying though, that still doesn't explain the big question of why it takes nails so long to dry. It actually comes down to one key ingredient, the solvent. If you've seen our episode on the spray-on dress, you probably already know what a solvent does. The solvent, like ethyl or butyl acetate, is a liquid that all of the other ingredients are suspended in until you brush the paint onto your nails. Once applied, the solvent evaporates, leaving behind that solid, beautiful polish. And it's that evaporation we're waiting on when the nails are drying. It's also responsible for that trademark nail polish smell. Side note, after this episode, I will be glad to never have to smell nail polish ever again. But while nail polish might smell terrible, you know what's gonna make your day smell a whole lot better? The sponsor for today's episode, Scentbird. Here's a little peek behind the scenes for you. When you spend a week locked in an office with 2 people racing to paint 1,000 layers of nail polish, that chemical stank starts to seep into your clothing and clinging to your skin. It followed me everywhere for days after this shoot, even after trying to wash it off in the shower. So when Scentbird reached out wanting to sponsor us again, my response was yes. Please, oh please. Let me tell you, they delivered. Now, I've talked in the past about how much my Scentbird subscription has leveled up my personal scent game, and for just $17 a month, it is the most affordable way to dip your toes into the world of designer fragrances. With over 600 scents to choose from, you can try a brand new fragrance each month to find your signature smell. And since each one comes with a full 30-day supply, you really get to take each scent for a test ride before committing to the full bottle. This month, Scentbird sent me 3 scents to try. The first one was Tuesday Date Night by Dime, a woodsy scent that mixes top notes of cardamom and iris. I was told by people around the office that it smelled of hot date.
If you're searching for that pasta salad to make for this weekend, I got you covered. This is my Caesar salad pasta salad from my just released pasta cookbook. It's seriously so simple, you guys, and it's made with a Greek yogurt based dressing, so it's a bit healthier for you. Bring this to your barbecue this weekend if you want to impress everyone and make them love you.
Good. Great. Amazing. Unbelievable. Good. Excellent. Amazing. Good. Excellent. Unbelievable. Good.
Block Blast Puzzle Games. Play now.
Hot Date. Can't really disagree on that one. Bit intense. Sandalwood Temple by Sana Jardin felt like a sister scent to that one, with lighter scents of vanilla and orange. However, the last one was by far my favorite. Eros Flame by Versace. The mix of pepper, lemon, and cedar had me walking around the office with the confidence of a Greek god. But not only are you getting to test out a whole lot of great scents at a cheap price, Scentbird is actually giving you style theorists 55% off your first month. That means that you're getting a designer fragrance for just over $7. That right there, that is a steal. All you need to do is go to Scentbird.com and use the code STYLE55 at checkout. That's code STYLE55 at checkout for 55% off your first month. Thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring this episode, and now back to my office that reeks of nail polish. Which brings us back to the problem at hand, and on my hand, dry time. If you look online for advice about how to speed up the nail drying process, you'll find a wide host of drying hacks, ranging from the helpful to the downright wacky. Really, going through each of these could be an episode all its own, but it turns out that the fastest way to dry your nail polish is actually the simplest: layer size. By painting each layer as thinly as possible, you maximize the solvent's ability to evaporate. Putting polish on thick with extra C's prevents the solvent deep within the giant glob of nail polish from being able to escape and dry the nail. But did our tortoise and hare end up being able to figure that one out? It's been a week since I sent them scurrying off to save the episode, so let's see what solutions they found.
We are back 1 week later. What did you guys come up with?
Wow. Are you ready for this?
Elbow length gloves.
Hold up. So you're saying that the solution to the problem was flesh gloves?
Yeah.
Yep, flesh gloves. Flesh gloves. They actually got their inspiration from none other than the OG herself, Christine. As we see in the clips of her lost video, Christine decided to paint on Edward, her trusty mannequin hand, in order to paint over the course of several days. Genius! But for our purposes, we couldn't be wearing a mannequin hand. So Josiah and Rachel found the next best thing: uncomfortably realistic latex gloves molded to look like human hands. Ugh, these things look like they're ripped straight out of Silence of the Lambs. Happy birthday to me, I guess. Oh, did I not mention the fact that all of this, me donning these nightmare gloves for the sake of your entertainment, was happening on my birthday? Yeehaw! That's a memorable one. Anyway, all they had to do was glue some of Rachel's fake acrylic nails onto these guys, and boom! A portable nail painting setup worthy of 1,000 layers of polish. We did get 1,000 layers, didn't we?
We did our best.
You did do all 5 fingers?
Yeah.
At both hands?
Yes.
Yeah.
200 layers plus a layer of super glue.
That's what Josiah got, actually. I got to 157 in the way of super glue.
Well, would you look at that? Turns out Aesop's fable repeats itself again. Our resident tortoise was able to do more layers of nail polish. 1 point to Josiah. In total, across both hands, I was wearing a little over 1,000 layers, so the letter of the challenge had been met, but the spirit of the challenge, not so much. That said, Josiah and Rachel did paint a full set of hands each, meaning that, well, we could only wear 2 hands at a time. We did technically reach 2,000 layers in total across all the hands. That right there, that deserves a big old round of applause. Ugh, that is disturbing in all the worst nightmare fuel stored ways. Speaking of those nightmare hands, let's reveal what we got.
Who should go first? Oh no! So disturbing for so many reasons. I mean this in the most loving way possible, Rachel. When did you know things were going wrong?
Not as soon as you think.
There was still hope for a while.
Yeah.
They're a lot more
They're squishy.
Yeah, bendable and flexible than I expected.
Nail polish, you've dumbfounded me yet again. Because there is actually a good reason for the nails to feel squishy. You see, as we mentioned earlier, once the solvent dries, what's left on your nail is that solid polymer film that's incredibly brittle. In order to prevent that nail from chipping immediately, polish manufacturers add ingredients collectively known as plasticizers. Their job is to make the nail more flexible, so it can withstand the regular wear and tear of daily life. Now, of course, when you add over 100 layers of polish to your fingernails, all those plasticizers are gonna end up making your nail feel like a giant wad of paint. And you don't have to take my word for it either. You can see it for yourself the next time you put on nail polish. Wait a couple days and feel the squish yourself. But that wasn't the only thing that held up Rachel's nails.
So I had a little tiny fan. I had it blowing on, and so most times with the fan, once I would do all 5, it would be dry enough where I could kind of just go.
Did you catch her 2 big mistakes? In our resident hare's desire to speedrun this process, she didn't give the recommended 60-second seconds for the nails to dry. She also used a fan, which I'm sure felt like it was speeding things up, but unfortunately it likely made her polished mountain less stable. The air would firm the topmost layer of the current coat, and Rachel, feeling that top layer to see if the coat was dry, would think that it was safe to move on, when in reality, the inner part of the coat was still wet. But that's only one of our challengers. Let's compare Rachel's creation with hand number 2, made by the tortoise himself, Josiah.
Tortoise, what do you have to show for yourself? Oh my god, that's great! Actually, no offense, you did an amazing job.
You can see the beautiful layers of the nails.
Josiah's solid layers came from using one bottle of polish at a time, while Rachel's more Jackson Pollock look came from rotating colors every single coat.
How long did each layer take you?
As we saw last week, I was a lot slower.
Yeah, Josiah didn't have any secret trick up his sleeve, he just took his time, like any good tortoise should. And in terms of nail drying, this was proof that the true key to drying is patience. But I have to commend both of our contestants for being good sports about the whole thing. And now finally we get to the best part, the part where I get to strap on these gloves and put these puppies to the test. After several failed attempts to get these weird fleshy gloves on, it was time to see what the office had to say. As I mentioned at the top of this episode, we're gonna be deciding the ultimate winner for this Clash of the Nails by judging the tortoise and the hare across 3.
Zane, my friend so true.
That's insane. That's actually insane.
Hair across 3 separate categories: beauty, livability, and durability. Since the last 2 categories will kind of reveal themselves as the day goes on, let's just start with beauty. Well, my first reactions were not the most flattering to one set of nails. That's just my opinion. I decided to take a tour around the office to ask everyone what they thought of the aesthetic of both sets of nails, and then rate them on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being beautiful, and 1 being nightmare fuel. Let's just start off with our resident Michigan grandpa, Sam. He's the perfect person to ask for an unbiased opinion because he has no filter.
I'm looking for your opinion here.
This scale doesn't need to go up to 5. This person tried. I would say this is a 2 and that's a 1.
See what I mean? If you ever need someone to tell you like it truly is, get yourself a Sam. So that's an early lead for Team Tortoise and Josiah, but now it's time to move over to Style Theory creative director Amy, who is working behind the scenes to help set up this entire episode. Here's her first reaction to seeing the nails in the flesh, or I suppose the latex.
Hey Amy, I know you had a hand to play in this. Okay.
Oh.
What do you think?
I think I might have found my new sleep paralysis demon, honestly. I have to give it at least a 1.
1 is the lowest.
I actually hate that.
Amy was so confused by Rachel's handiwork that she could barely articulate the rating of 1. What did she think of Josiah, though?
If Salvador Dali was a nail artist, this is what they would be. I give it a solid 3.
Shocking, Salvador Dali beats sleep paralysis demon. Score 1 for the melting clocks. But of all the opinions around the office, none matters more to me than the opinion of my loved one, my partner in crime, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie. So, Stephanie, you might have noticed that I've done something a little bit different.
You've done something. Wow, this is New Year, New You.
We're getting on the New Year, New You trend a little bit early.
Okay, well, I meant like it's your birthday today. Is that canon to whatever we're shooting?
That is canon, actually. We are filming this literally on my birthday. These are my birthday nails, actually. So I'm going around the office and asking people to rate my nails on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being, wow, they're so beautiful, I want them for myself.
Wait, 5 isn't nailed it? I don't feel like 1 to 5 really encapsulates the feelings of these nails. Like there should be some other scale from the deeply negative numbers to almost break even. If I have to give like an actual numerical score, I would give these like a 0.5. And then these, I think they are more believable in like a high fashion setting. I would give them a 3.5.
3.5. Wow. Checking in on our scores for this round, it's clear that Team Tortoise walks away with a big W. In other words, Josiah moves ahead in the race to conquer Polish Mountain with a total score of 2 zip. But every story has itself a silver lining. While most of the office did have a negative reaction to my nails, there was one member of the team who seemed to really like them. Good old Skip. But there's no time for messing around here, Skip. We got 2 more categories to judge. Next up, livability. I'm gonna go about my normal day to see how much these nails are hampering my ability to function as a normal human being. First up, using my phone.
Type in my code to access my phone. It feels like I'm tapping 3 different sections of my phone at one time, but my phone's smart enough to recognize that, so that's good. But you can see here that my thumbs are being blocked. Wow. Nope, that was supposed to be a W. Wow. Nope. Wow, Sam. Maybe autocorrect was built for people with really long nails. Will. Nope.
5 minutes later.
Play this soon. That's with autocorrect and everything. Nails when it comes to typing on a phone, not solid, but also I don't think that's impacted by the 1,000 layers of nail polish, right? I think that's just like a byproduct of having long nails.
Also, if you're wondering if typing my emails up on my computer was any easier, yeah, no.
Come on!
After spending an unholy amount of time trying to type one single sentence, I needed to take a break at the facilities. And I'm not really sure who this one was more awkward for, me or the film crew made up of our employees waiting on the other side of the door.
I'll say that it poked in places that I didn't expect it to poke, and I was very concerned about the hefty size of the nails, scooping up some toilet water as I was going in for the old wipe. That's TMI, but it's true. Welcome to the channel.
I don't think I need to say this out loud, but let's just say that I very much appreciated the smoothness of Rachel's nails over the stabbiness of Josiah's. It's like I was trying to use a full-on Freddy Krueger claw in there. I did manage to wash my hands without too much difficulty, thankfully though, in preparation for my next task. A task which you might recognize if you happen to be a regular viewer on the channel. The filming of this episode actually overlapped with the shoot that we were doing for our best toothbrush episode. Go check that one out if you haven't already, because it is going to be incredibly useful in your day-to-day life. Anyway, it meant that I got to brush my teeth using these ridiculous talons. Though, much like washing my hands, it wasn't that bad. Until, of course, I had to check my results.
Excuse me while I reach into my mouth. It's reaching so far back into my throat. This is terrifying. I can't see the results. I can't see my results. I might have to ask someone else to reach their hands into my mouth so I can see my results.
Go figure, no one on the crew volunteered to help their dear old boss examine his face hole. But just to add insult to the awkward of this day, I had a doctor's appointment, and all of a sudden I had to explain why I was wearing 1,000 layers of nail polish on awkward flesh-toned skin gloves.
I gotta say, first off, driving itself is not hard, I just parked, but the fact that my car has these buttons instead of like a traditional shifter, that has made it significantly harder, because I can't just like push drive or push reverse. I have to like knuckle it, like, oh, knuckle it there, so now I'm in reverse. But overall, this is not making it hard to drive. I'm wondering if someone who's more used to wearing kind of like long nails, acrylics, or like, you know, fake nails, they're gonna be a lot more familiar with how to navigate using these nails than I am, right? That being said, I also see my abilities getting better, defaulting more to like finger pad and like knuckles rather than my fingertips. Hardest part so far is taking on and putting off the jacket. And what I'm noticing is my nails got caught. So I lost a nail on my left hand, and this guy over here is definitely on his last legs. We'll see how many are left standing by the end of the day.
Happy Color Malin Nach Zalin. Install it now.
I took the cutest photos at my company Christmas party, and I'm not gonna lie, normally I would take quite a while tweaking them. This time I opened up CapCut's photo editor. I adjusted the colors, I tweaked the filters, I cleaned up the background, all in just a few taps. The results felt much more clean and cohesive. Then I saved it and posted it. If you want your photos ready for your feed with not much time involved, this is the move. If you want to give it a try, you can download CapCut and see how quick it feels.
I could have been wrong, though. I could sympathize.
Watching myself die on screen, even if it was just a simulation, always made my insides go cold and hard, like I'd swallowed an iceberg. These kids looked like
forma eu me senti controlado como eu permiti que isso acabasse assim. E só agora foi que percebi todo esse mal que eu causei ao meu redor. O sangue desses inocentes que eu...
you